Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in, and welcome back to the Sandwich of Coherency. And tonight we finally were able to pull, should I call you Pookie, Miss Ashley, out of her busyness
Sure.
to actually join
Sure,
us.
go ahead.
So,
No problem.
are you sure? Is that okay? Well, should I call you Pookie?
Call me Pookie if you like.
I might. Is that your cat in the background?
Yes. Milo, he's like, who is that? That's I'm like getting cozy on my feet. So yeah.
No, I got you. Well, she is now coming out of the background of giving. That's like, sometimes I do borrow some of her ideas when we talk about certain things. She makes some good points, as you may have heard the other day with her cursing up a storm.
Don't call me out like that.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? So
nothing less.
So go ahead and introduce yourself. What exactly is it that you do for a living?
I don't do anything, Let's just smooch off the government. No,
Do you have a job?
I do have a job. I am a regulatory paralegal. And I have been a paralegal since 2011.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, wow. So you know what you're doing?
A little bit.
Nope. Okay.
I think after this many years, I should know what I'm doing. After 11 years, I got this.
I would hope so. If not,
yeah.
it might be time to start. Well, it might be a little late to start looking elsewhere at that point.
Very true. Very true.
And if you hear any noise crackling, it's I'm having a popsicle, actually.
Oh, great.
Yes, I'm having
so professional.
Well, I mean, I forgot to grab something to drink.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I went shopping, I got everything I needed to make ice cream.
But you forgot something to drink.
Yes.
Just let the popsicle melt in a cup, and then you'll have like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but then it's just like syrup, and I don't want to experiment with trying to find the right amount of water to add to it to turn it into something drinkable.
Okay. You just lazy.
Maybe something like that.
Or you'd rather just crunch in our ears?
Can you hear it? It's not
no, but I'm sure at one point we'll hear.
It's not that bad. So, if you've been doing this paralegal thing for a long time, obviously 11 years, I'm going to, let's see, let's make use of it, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. As you know, Juicy Smoulier somehow is out of jail for his hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, what they said was part of the reason that he's being released is because the appeal will most likely take longer than the time he's going to be in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very true. And then now he may get, a full release, no charges, because of a legal technicality or legal error. Kind of what they're calling it is like a Bill Cosby of such things. They're comparing it to that because double jeopardy.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's how Bill got released, Oh, it's a legal No. It's still a crime at the end of the day. So this legal technicality stuff's crap.
Wow. I mean, wait. So, double jeopardy. I mean, what did he had to pay fines, I believe it was, or something?
Yeah, so apparently when he first got charged, he didn't take any type of plea or any deal, but basically he paid $10,000 bond, but he ended up forfeiting that bond. And, so basically, have the money. He did some community service, and it was supposed to have been bish, bash, bosh. But no, here they go retrialing him, and they're classifying that as double jeopardy, saying that it was dismissed. He paid this amount of money. He did the social, what am I trying to say? He did the community service or what have you. So we're just going to let him out. So he may not be facing anything at this point. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and you're talking about me eating a popsicle.
I can't help it. I have my cat's vocal. Come on.
Now, I thought the reason they retried him was because the DA was pulled some shady shit or something originally.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I could just probably be remembering that wrong, but at least I thought maybe that was the case.
There's no telling. I don't know how it's going to come about, but obviously, yeah, we're going to let them out because appeals can take 2 years, minimum sometimes. So he got, the small sentence, 150 days, and then it was like 75. So, it was going to take longer than that. So he got out on that. But yeah, now they're saying that he may not be charged with anything because of this legal error. Of course, they're going to pull some loopholes. They're going to find he's got like 20 attorneys on his team. So they're going to find any loophole or any way to squeeze him out of this. So that he can walk free. And, they can do that. They could find loopholes and get him out. But the thing is, what he did was wrong. So legal technicality or not, what can we do about this? Like, he's not going to learn anything.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the crazy part. Like, this guy perjured himself on the stand. I mean, everything. Like, honestly, he literally did everything that was supposed to be considered a crime. Literally did it by the book. Like, if you're looking for how to break the law, this is like like a play-by-play here. I mean, they've got videos, they got the tracking of payment, everything. Like, I mean, it's a slam dunk, but at the same time, the prosecution, like, how do you mess that up? You know what I mean?
This is true. And when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, so initially he's going to put up money. He's going to forfeit his bond. He's going to go out here and do what he has to do. So that's basically, in my opinion, him admitting to being guilty. Because why else would you do that? Community service. Why would you forfeit your money if you are innocent?
Yeah. And
so him screaming, I am innocent, and standing by that when, you've got a slew of evidence against you and we know that you're lying, and you initially was just, okay, I'm going to do this if this is what you guys want me to do. You're contradicting yourself. You've pretty much admitted to being guilty, but now the roles have switched up, and it's probably just all coercion by his 15 legal teams in his ears.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't, maybe that's just me, and the fact that people out there like screaming justice, like, the guy's a criminal.
He is. And, I haven't really seen a lot of, like hashtag free Jussie or anything like that, but there has been a couple of celebrities that talked in his favor, but they keep comparing it to other stuff that you can't even compare the two. But I did see where 50 Cent posted on Instagram, like the dude did 5 days, and was just kind of mocking him. So, I mean, even if you get out, you're not going to be able to walk back into this acting scene and make big bucks.
I mean,
obviously, I'm sure there's going to be interviews.
He could do public television. I mean, honestly, anybody who would pay him for an interview, I mean, you've got to be desperate at that point.
Yeah, but they'll do it. They've interviewed everybody, so it's just a way, to get those viewers,
Yeah, I guess.
It's interesting. But, I've also seen the point, which is the main point with this case, is now if someone calls in a hate crime, people are going to reevaluate it and be like, are they crying wolf? They're not going to take it serious because of his actions.
Honestly, it's and this is, I talked about this the other day. The fact that there are so many hate crimes that have been happening these past few years, but most of them have been fake. And it's just like, I'm just blown away. Everybody's screaming that it's so much happening all over the place. But it's like, if it's that much, why do you have to do fake ones? Like, are you really that desperate for attention? Like, it's got to be attention.
It's attention. And I also feel that with the way that the things have been going on in the world, with the virus, with the protests, with the people against the police and things of that nature, it just seems like another way to make people hate one another at the end of the day. And it's like, I'm fed up with it because I'm not going to sit here and get brainwashed and spoon-fed by the media in order to hate my own neighbor.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's just what is being pushed on us. Like, we keep dividing us. Why? Because if we all become one, then we're going to be more powerful and outsmart the government and not deal with their bullshit. So let's keep them apart. We don't want unity.
Except, no, and it's going to make me sound like an a-hole. But unless they want you to root for Ukraine. Now, think about it. This is crazy. Like, everybody's supposed to hate each other in the United States, find everything in fault with each other, and, be at each other's necks. But, and these are the people that are next to you. You see them all the time. You need to put all that aside for people on the other side of the planet. You know what I mean? In a situation that really has no effect on people at home. The effects that are happening here were already happening. They just have a new reason to blame somebody else. And see, I know it sounds bad, but it's like, I'm just like, you're ready to go send people to die. People are actually going there, like catching flights over there from the United States and calling themselves going to be freedom fighters for the Ukraine. But they couldn't be bothered to help their own neighbor.
And this is very true. And then again, it could just be a diversion, with the stuff that's going on in Ukraine. Let's focus on this Jesse thing. Let's stir it up a little bit. Let's let them get off. Let's pull some loopholes because this is what's happening over here. Maybe it'll take some heat off of what's going on over there. Everything's just a diversion to keep our attention diverted to,
nothing.
What they're doing in the background is just a mess. Yeah, they don't care. And even Biden, had said a couple things like, no, we can't go rescue our soldiers and pull them out. We don't know where all of them are at. Why would we risk that? And it's like, but you definitely don't care to, drop the gun and just send a bunch of them over there. Like, he doesn't give no shits.
Yeah, like, what's the point in going to look? Like,
Yeah.
that's your job, is to go and look.
Yeah, exactly. You should care about them because they're putting their life at stake for our country, but yet you don't even care to go over there and try to pull them out when things get rough because, we can't find every single one of them. Yeah, of course, but at least go over there and try. But yeah.
Well, I mean, and the thing with like the, it's happening right now, I guess you could say, with the Ukraine, is that I think there's more to it that, like they're saying, like with the Russians talking about like the biolabs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the U.S. running forward saying that, oh, it's propaganda, and at the same time, but they're saying that they don't exist, but they're saying that, okay, yes, they do exist, but they're not weapons labs. And, and at the same time, they're saying, no, they're saying it's not there, but they've been there. And like, the U.S. Embassy admitted to them being there, like I want to say last year before. And so it's kind of ironic that like they're just tossing everything into it. And, turns out 25%, like over a quarter of the world's, wheat exports come from Ukraine. Like Ukraine apparently is called the breadbasket of Europe. Like it has some of the most fertile land in all of Europe, period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I wonder if maybe like they're fighting for farmland or some shit.
I mean, it's possible because at the end of the day, everything comes down to business. With trading of goods, resources, anything like that. Like it always comes down to that and power. So there's something more to it than just what meets the eye. Or what makes mainstream for us to see. Like we have to dig a little bit deeper and look a little harder at certain things.
I mean, I know it sounds like it's all conspiratorial, but you like got that whole Great Reset idea, right? And it's weird because, okay, so like 3 million people have already fled from the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And, it just seems like people are just being condensed into places. The U.S. just, they just said that they're open to start bringing in refugees from the Ukraine, right? Coming from Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so why are they going to the Mexican port of entry? All right. They're going to skip over all of Europe and go to Mexico. The timing is too perfect.
It is.
Because Title 42 is ending. So currently, there's looking to be an immediate flood of almost 200,000 coming into the U.S. from the southern border once that comes over. So once Title 42 is gone, I guess, they can't actually just send them back immediately, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, I just can't imagine how that's going to go.
It's just pathetic because it's like, okay, let's make U.S. seem like we want to open arms and have everyone come over here. We're accepting of everyone, but we can't even take care of our own people. So it makes no sense to me. Like, focus on our own freaking people for once in your life.
So many homeless people.
Yeah, veterans, like if you think about it, like you go to Canada and some places in the UK, like especially places like that, they don't have to have like dental insurance. There's free health care, and sometimes it's with everything, and sometimes it may just be with dental care. I know some places in the UK has free dental care because your mouth controls a lot of your body with heart disease and all kinds of stuff. So that's free because it's extremely important. I mean, schooling, things like that. But then you look at the U.S. and we're not doing anything to try to help benefit anyone.
Well, see, the thing is, you pay for it with taxes.
You do, and then those taxes just enable other people to not work. So then how is this being effective?
Right. Well, I mean, here in the States, the taxes aren't used in that appropriate manner. And that's what's crazy, because they just passed the spending bill, 1.5, the omnibus bill, $1.5 trillion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has like 15 billion or something carved out for the Ukraine. You know what I mean? But you can't get a carve out in the United States for the citizens. $1.5 trillion. That, and this is the crazy part. Nobody's paying attention to the fact you're not going to get anything out of that money.
Mm-hmm.
$1.5 trillion that goes a long freaking way. And that covers a lot. That covers healthcare. You can cover education. You know what I mean? You can cover medical benefits or whatnot for a majority of your citizens. Because at the end of the day, that $1.5 trillion that they're going to spend actually translate to, we're going to borrow $1.5 trillion from the Federal Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And the taxpayer citizens' money is going to pay that back. So that
and that's the key word right there. A borrow is what you said. It just accumulates to the deficit that we're already in. They just borrow and funnel this money, and then the U.S. is steadily broke and in debt.
And it's absolutely insane. And you would think with the amount of money that's spent that you would have, the reality is the United States spends more than other nations, okay? They tax and take in more than other nations. But the problem is they're not advancing at the same rate as other nations.
Oh, but you don't think, supplying everyone with crack pipes is advancing? Funneling all that money into crack pipes for people, that's helpful. Don't you feel that way?
Oh man, I guess if that's how you want to party.
Like, really? We're gonna put some money into that? The
funny part is that they did it, got called out for it, and then tried to say they didn't do it.
So stupid.
Their reason was just, it turns out is basically not just crack pipes. Okay, it's like the filter for the crack pipe, so that you can share the crack pipe, but don't have to worry about sharing the diseases that comes from sharing the crack pipe.
But meanwhile, we have to put masks on our face because everything's so deadly and airborne. But yet we're going to put a filter on people's crack pipes so that when their lips touch each other's crack pipes, they don't catch any viruses. Like, how make it make sense?
And they also threw a meth pipe in there in case you wanted options.
But if you really look at it, are the people that, I don't know, this is just a general statement. I don't know if it's true or not, but if you look at it, the people that are on drugs, have they caught COVID? None that I know of.
If they are, they're not telling people.
Because they're healthy as oxes out here. It's like, maybe the government needs to invest in meth or something to apply to keep the people to keep us preventative against this virus. And they're on the streets, they're around each other, they're hanging out, they're sharing, whatever it is that they're using, and they're good.
I wonder if maybe that's all people needed to do is when they came bother me and be like, "Hey man, I'm homeless. We're homeless. Leave us alone."
Right.
It seems to be the case. They're not. You're right. They're not making them separate, because I've seen what those camps look like, and and see now, thinking about what they're doing, it's not like they haven't done it before. They've tested this, so now I understand the idea of giving people clean syringes. Okay. But at the same time, when you look at the results, out west, Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles, the Bay Area, they're literally covered, and the streets are covered with syringes and feces.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco had the poop patrol. It's bad when you have to set up an actual organization to clean up the poop on the street. That's just terrible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And so, the crime.
That's horrible.
And the crime comes with it. So.
100%.
I think if what I've read was, Amazon is moving, I think, from Seattle, like 1,100 employees or something like that. Because the crime is so bad. Like, that is just absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I can't really see this really happening too much longer. I'm hoping that maybe we'll get some more Republicans in office this year. Maybe.
I mean, that's what we can hope for. I mean, at this point, can we just get term ranges for these idiots that's been in office for 150 years, please?
Oh gosh, yes. I mean,
please, like they're capped out. They're 80, 90, still sitting there. They're not budging. They're set in their ways. They're stern. They're not making any new decisions. They're old school. They don't like change. They got their routines down pat. They're just gonna sit there and get rigor mortis at this point. Get them off.
I mean, Pelosi is actually quite incompetent. That woman, I've never seen somebody have an actual reset repeatedly, all the time. Like, how many? I mean, the first time it happened, I think it was like last year or something like that. It was hilarious. Okay, like she's talking and she blanks. Good morning. Okay, but this is happening more and more often. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's not getting her adrenochrome or what, but I mean, the robot is failing, and
yes,
and it's the same thing with Biden. Like, I think seriously, look, if he were just a regular citizen, okay, just walking around, we would put him in a home.
Oh, 100%.
Like, there would be a silver alert for him.
Yes.
Like I watched him the other day walk in a room and forget which way he came in.
Where he needed to go.
And it's not like he was there for a while, like he just walked into the room.
They're just like, okay, go step over there. And like where's his script at? Like, is no one writing for him? Are there not any teleprompters for him to read off of? At this point, they just say, go there, say something, and he just can't say anything.
Like, what?
It's just circles and just a bunch of words put together, and everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah.
And did they always have a film set at the White House?
From what I think so.
Well, I mean, like, they have an actual studio set now.
Well, you know what I found? What was funny? I don't know. I must be the only U.S. citizen that didn't know this, but the whole turkey thing around Thanksgiving time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I didn't know that they named turkeys and saved one from being slaughtered for what is going on in the White House? Like, I was like, what the hell is the turkey? I was like, and one of my girlfriends was like, girl, this has been going on for every year they do this. I said, what? I didn't know. Like, why the hell are we worried about turkeys at Thanksgiving time? Well, we got a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Because
we're gonna name a freaking turkey.
I mean, what if the reality was the turkeys had a battle royale and that just happens to be the one?
It's the chosen turkey. Like, what the hell? I'm like, what's going on in the White House?
I'm gonna be free.
It's like, what the hell are they doing? They really. And it's like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and they're sitting up there all this free time on their hand, just choosing which turkey it's their favorite this year.
You know,
Like, yeah, that's Bruno. We're not going to eat him this year, but old Gina over there, get the plucking her. Like, what are you doing?
I saw that turkey. That was an ugly turkey.
Right?
I mean, I didn't realize that turkeys could really be ugly.
You didn't think turkeys could be ugly. Okay.
I mean, but that one was it.
I mean, they're not, majestic creatures. It's not a peacock. I mean, it's a damn turkey.
I mean, but they can still, like an appealing to look at turkey.
I don't know about an appealing to look at turkey.
Yeah, like you look at it and you don't feel your soul leave your body.
Like, oh, that's a cute turkey.
Yeah, because they give you, turkeys do give you that death stare because they're very aggressive.
They're wicked.
They're not stupid. They know what's going on.
And yeah, they do. They know that they're about to be on somebody's plate.
They're like every time around the same time each year, we see humans. You know what's going on. They can smell it in the air. One day a year, they're like.
Well, they literally smell it in the air. They smell. Old Bruno goes back, talks to his boys, and is like, "Do you not smell Gina cooking right now?" They literally smell it.
And is that Wilbur I smell too? Yeah, yeah. They stuffed him inside Gina.
Like, we got to get a game plan together, guys, because next time that these humans come out, we got to figure out who's next.
Oh man, they wrapped Wilbur in bread and stuffed him up Gina's butt.
And that's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. This stupid stuff they're doing in the background. It's like, are we not in a pandemic? You're over there, having all this social media and all this news. Like, the news is there, everybody's there, like looking at the turkeys.
Oh, like, I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at, and how much money there is to be made. You're you're in a pandemic unless there's a Super Bowl. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's a Super Bowl, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, because no gatherings in the beginning. It was like no gatherings over 50, no gatherings over 100 people. This, that, and the third. But then here comes sports again.
It's like what was in California? Like, look, no, you can't go to church, bro. But you can go to a football game, or you can't go to church, but you can go to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Like, what sense does that make?
And none of it makes sense.
Or you're gonna love this one. You can't go to church, but if you want to go stuff 20s up a stripper's butt, you can do that.
Yes.
And there, the lady who they asked the lady who set the rule. They had her come before Congress, and her reasoning was, well, see, we can regulate the businesses. So because we can fine them, that means we can guarantee that they're enforcing the rule. But because we can't find the churches, we can't guarantee they're enforcing it, so you can't go to church.
Yeah, but you can go have some sweaty ass bounce on you.
Right.
But as long as you have a mask, though.
As long as you have
and maybe some latex hand gloves and put your sanitizer and bring your Lysol. You're good. You're good. You're covered.
Right. Sweaty titties slapping you in the eye.
Right in the face.
No love in the champagne room.
Taking, what is it? Those test tube shots from a girl's titties in the middle, so you can motorboat her, get your liquor. And all of that. Just only take your mask off for just that second, because you only need to take it off when you have to bring the fork or the spoon or the cup up to your face. So let me get
pull
the mask off while you grab the side of her sweaty titties.
So if I'm taking the mask off just because I can catch it, but if I'm taking it off to take a shot off some titties, that's okay.
That's prohibited.
So that's when the COVID stops. As long as I'm taking the shot off some titties.
100%.
What if you're taking out an ass crack? Because New York had that rule that told people I wish I was making it up, but to prevent the spread of COVID, don't eat random people's butthole.
Yeah, it seems like I heard something like that too.
You know, I'm not worried about what concerns me the most is that that's a big enough problem in New York that they had to put out warnings. Like, seriously, like, I mean, look, that's not like one or two people.
But I didn't know the virus had anything to do with our buttholes, though.
Yeah, apparently you can poop it out, and that's why they're telling people not to go swimming and go to the ocean or whatnot and shit, because you can spread it that way.
Oh, but when I go to the beach, May of last year, in the height and kind of the height of everything, no mask. You know, you can sit by the bar in the pool with each other. I could piss in the pool if I wanted to, and the kid next to me can drink it and swallow it. You know, we're good. You know? But you come back up here to North Carolina, and it's like, you don't have your mask, ma'am? You can't be in here buying tennis shoes. I was just in a pool and probably swallowed a 2-year-old's urine. I think I'm good to go. Like, I'm just in here buying shoes. Ma'am. Thank you. This kid done snotted all in the pool. He dove under. He could barely breathe. He came up. He was spitting. I saw snot, mucus. He wiped it. He slinks it in the water. It got on me. I'm still living.
Oh, man, that's terrible. Didn't they used to put, like, a type of dye in the pool that would change colors if you peed in it?
I think some people can do that. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't, let's not do that. I don't want to see that. Handle your business. I don't need to know about it. I don't want to see it turn blue, a really bright neon blue around you and me be like, ew. I'm good without knowing.
It seems like, it's just weird when you think about it. Like, people get all weird about, people peeing in the pool, but it's like, at the same time, you're jumping into a confined body of water with a whole bunch of random people. You have no idea how nasty they are. I think there was a scientist I heard.
Yeah, this is true. And a lot of the times, what'd you say? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, a lot of times, like, if you see these pools, especially at the beach, but where's the bathrooms? They're so far away. You think people are going to get out of the pool, and they're sitting there drinking, hammering back drinks, so they've got to go. And then, you're into the cold water in the pool, then you go to the hot tub, then it's just going to make your bladder confused, and you're ready to go. But you have to go, up the stairs, around the corner, up to the 10th floor, hope there's a bathroom, come back down. You're walking around barefoot and stuff like that. So, yeah, people are pissing and right beside of you. So,
yep, and you're in the hot tub and jets rumbling on your backside, and not all those bubbles are from the jets.
That's true.
Oh, to think that people put their faces down in it.
Oh, no. No. I've never done that.
I heard you shouldn't get in pools in Las Vegas.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I hear that's probably one of the worst things you can do. Like, that's like biological warfare type shit.
Probably so. And I mean, and they stay packed. And what about like Miami? I bet you in Miami, because, it's kind of more like clubby, they have the pool parties. There's like, you can't even move in the pool type situation. So many.
Somebody's pooping in the pool.
Half naked people around.
Somebody's pooping in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
pooping and vomiting.
100%. Oh my God, could you imagine the vomit? Oh, I'd die.
All those drunk people in the water with the waves.
Yeah.
But you're so packed, nobody's going to know. Feel something warm on your back, like, what is that?
Ew. That's so gross.
Oh man, humans are nasty.
They are nasty, and I remember being at the I don't know how long ago it was. Sienna was young, but we went to the pool, and we were at the beach, and she was playing in like a kiddie pool, like 1 foot deep or something, and I'm just sitting on the side, keeping my eye on her. And then this little boy, he comes over and he had his little swimming trunks on. I guess he had to go. I mean, he just had to pee. He just didn't care. He whipped it out right there and peed. And he was like, kind of started spinning in circles. And I was like, oh my God, get out, get out, get out. And then the dad came over and just picked him up and walked away with him. And everybody's sitting there looking at each other like, did that really happen? Guess he thought it was a toilet. I don't know.
Oh, he just helicoptered the whole party.
No! They were traumatized for hearing that. I didn't even see it. I don't remember. Yeah.
So funny.
And they're seeing
What?
What?
And yeah, she said she's traumatized. She doesn't even remember it.
Well,
but I mean, and it wasn't even a discreet pull-out method, to pee. Like, let me hide this, or let me sit down. Like, sometimes you can tell when kids, I mean, he couldn't have been no older than 4 or 5. Sometimes they might sit down and kind of hide it, and they're doing something. He just come over there, and his swimming trunks came down, and he was holding it and spinning around, like having a ball.
Guess he was really enjoying himself. No fucks to give.
He did not care.
His dad probably told him at one point, this is the freest you're ever going to be, man. Live it.
Oh my gosh.
This is the only time in your life you're going to be able to whip it out and spin.
That is, because he's young and we're all going to be like, oh, he's just a child, whatever, and get over it. No, you get your little dingling out right in front of my daughter and in front of everybody. And we're supposed to just sit there and pull our kids out of the water and just laugh it off.
Oh, man.
And you just come and grab your kid and it's like, no, come on. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I mean, this is not a 30-year-old in the street.
Yeah, that would be a bigger issue.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah. So, all right. Well, everyone, that's Ashley. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, I enjoyed it. Just some random chats.
Oh, I was talking to the listeners. Oh, did you enjoy it too?
No, I didn't. I hated every moment of it. Don't ever have me back.
Well, you're not going to have your way on that one. But I do. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.